TJ and Jax.
Very fun, isn't it?
Okay, let's go.
Oh, the joys of a short week. It's already Wednesday. Love it. How much do we love this? It's Wednesday, October 14th, in case you haven't asked Siri yet. And it is going to be 17 degrees and sunny today. And tomorrow, 19 degrees.
Damn.
And not actually looking that bad for this weekend. 11, 13, and 15. Again, mid-October, we will take this.
Yes, please.
So, good morning. And I want you to know that $500 is going to be instantly yours in about an hour and a half. You got to text money and your name to 99999 for the Virgin Radio Money Maker. And before we get going with anything else, check in with the crew. TJ, what's on your mind?
Something that I'm sure Adam Wylde was the only one to get excited about last night. Season 4 of The Crown.
Yes.
The trailer came out yesterday. It's due out November 15th. The trailer is very Princess Di heavy. Adam, your thoughts being the biggest The Crown fan
I feel like I feel bad, Jax, because I certainly love the show and you certainly love the show too. But the Princess Di thing is going to be amazing because it challenges everything that the royal family says that they're about, even to this day. So I'm very excited to kind of get the inside track on what was actually going on.
Apparently her storyline is going to happen over 2 seasons. So the first part is like her within the family and her role, and then the second season is obviously her death. And
a lot of people that were really upset because they did the exact same thing the first 2 seasons and then switched, and they're going to keep doing that, are apparently like not saying anything anymore because they're so excited about the Princess Di plot. It's going to be so good.
Jax, what's up with you?
Well, I'd like to give a shout out to 311 because yesterday I called them for their help, and I usually don't do it because they're always inundated with calls and can't help me, but there was a squirrel that was dead on my road for many days and I was really sad about it, and I called them and they said, okay, we'll come and help. We're 20 days backlogged, but we'll come and help. So they were really and they were so kind, and it was just I had a really good 311 experience. So shout out to Jeff, who I called yesterday.
I got to sit next to her while she made the call, and Jax makes friends everywhere she goes because what should have been a 2-minute call was 10 minutes, and they were talking about various other animals that are involved in roadkill, and it was terrible.
There you go. Producer Jesse.
I want to shout out 12 people who won the lottery because Rocco, he usually buys the lottery ticket for all of his coworkers, and you walk into a Petro-Canada in Bolton, and he purchased the $15 million winning ticket, and he walked into all his coworkers and he said, we won, and half of them didn't believe them, and then the other half retired immediately on the spot.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So shout out them. It didn't release their place of work, but shout out where they were.
Waking up this morning, living their best life. Shout out to them in Bolton, wherever you guys are, Rocco and the crew. We're so happy for you.
Sounds like a band.
Rocco and the crew. I would join that band. I would love to be in that band. I'd go see them live. Hey, so trending at 5:50. And again, because it's Wednesday, ghosted after 6 o'clock.
Trending right now.
Dr. Teresa Tam says we don't need to cancel Halloween this year as long as we're good.
Okay.
Meaning as long as we follow the rules of the pandemic. They advise parents and kids to maintain physical distancing while trick-or-treating outside, to stick to prepackaged treats, and to have hand sanitizer readily available. She did say that it's important to keep some semblance of normalcy going, and even beyond just physical health, your mental health needs it. So, yay. We got our first look at the iPhone 12 yesterday, and it looks strangely familiar. It looks exactly like the iPhone 5, which, if you might remember, is a bit more rigid, has some, like, I wouldn't call them sharp edges, but definitely has some edges. It was the first one with, like, the glass back. Do you remember?
Right.
Yeah. They're promising that this phone's going to be super durable, and it's also going to be 5G compatible, which is great news if you like wearing a tinfoil hat and hate that the Earth is actually round. Apple also said that they're not going to come with a power adapter or headphones as part of its aims to have net zero carbon emissions across all product lines.
So how are you supposed to charge it then?
They're saying that you already have cords.
Bring on producer Jesse.
It comes with the charging cable, just not the little block that you plug into your wall. So you have a cable they can plug into.
I already have the block. Okay, fair. If it didn't come with the cable, I was about to riot.
That'd be a huge problem.
I'd be a huge.
When did Apple also try to get environmentally Okay.
They have been for a long time. They've been trying for a long time.
Okay.
They're available for pre-order starting October the 16th. And Shawn Mendes announced that the documentary is coming out about, you guessed it, Shawn Mendes.
No way.
Yay.
Wouldn't it be wild if Shawn Mendes was like, hey guys, something near and dear to my heart, I put together this documentary about broccoli. But he did not. It's called Wonder. It's coming on Netflix November 23rd. It's an intimate look at Shawn's life and journey filmed over the last few years, and it will likely feature footage of his 2019 self-titled world tour because,
amazing.
Couldn't go on tour this year.
That's right.
His new album, Wonder, by the way, is due out December the 4th.
Amazing.
Good year for Shawn Mendes.
Yeah, it'll actually kind of be nice to see a side of him because I don't know much about, like, you know what I mean? Like he does
Yeah, what do you know
interviews.
about Shawn Mendes personally?
Exactly. Like he talks a lot about love and kindness, but like I don't know anything else about him.
I bet. Imagine the whole documentary is just, I just wish we loved each other and were more kind.
What is that Rami Malek video where he's just talking about things that he loves? I love tea. I love leathers from my mom.
I want to see him cranky. You know what I mean? Yeah.
In Jax.
On 99.9 Virgin Radio.
So, this is, to me, one of the funniest advertising campaigns I've ever seen. It's about sending nudes.
Oh, no.
But not the kind of nudes you think. TJ's like, yeah.
I'm in. Tell me what company I'm now supportive of.
You're blushing
See,
right now.
what you need to know about TJ is very sex positive, which is a good thing to be. Now,
surprisingly,
Vanessa Bayer, Saturday Night Live, extremely funny person, teamed up with Kraft Dinner, and this is what they said.
In these strange times, people are in need of extra comfort. That's why it's always a nice gesture to send nudes, so they know you're thinking of them. Nudes, not nudes. I'm talking about nudes.
So as in noodles.
Yeah.
I like that. That's
I
really
like that a
clever.
lot.
Yeah.
Now,
Noodz.
Yeah. Plus, they sound like naked pictures, so it's just funny.
Unfortunately, they've had to remove it because people are upset that they were sexualizing food. Let me read you Kraft Dinner's apology letter for this because it's actually quite good. They threw this up on Instagram. It is, if you like passive-aggressive things,
Yeah.
Okay.
you're gonna love
Step into my web.
Yeah,
Let me
TJ,
hear this.
This is right up your alley. For National Noodle Day last Tuesday, we encouraged adults to send free noodles to loved ones to provide comfort and to make them smile. The social promotion resulted in 20,000 consumers across the country receiving boxes of America's favorite Kraft mac and cheese. This happened in America, obviously. We sincerely appreciate and hear all of your feedback. The content will be removed from our channels.
Oh,
Can we not have anything nice? Like,
Well,
this
no,
is so happy
I think that
and
is really
silly.
nice. And
No, but it's so happy and silly. Like,
Can I give you a conspiracy theory?
Yeah.
Yes,
like
you can.
5G, Earth is flat, that sort of thing, conspiracy theory.
Galaxy brain.
This is exactly what they wanted, and this is exactly what they thought was going to happen. And by removing it, did you know it was National Noodle Day last Tuesday?
No.
No, I didn't either.
never
But
forget
here we
it,
are talking about it because they had to remove it, which to me is just brilliant marketing.
and who's craving Kraft Dinner right now?
Oh.
With some hot dogs in it.
Now, do you boil them or do you barbecue them?
You boil them.
You boil them.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Crazy?
With
What a
Kraft Dinner,
monster.
you gotta boil them. That's what I'm doing tonight.
Juice World is what's trending.
And this is what's trending right now.
Toronto rents have dropped the most in Canada. According to the latest national rent report, Toronto rents are down a whopping 14.1% from this time last year. The average price of a one-bedroom in the city is $1,967, which is down a lot.
Yeah.
Rent prices in the city have actually been declining for the first time in a long time, dipping well below the high of $2,500 per month on average that we saw last fall. This still makes us the second highest rent of any major city in the country, beaten by only Vancouver. Vancouver! I was gripping my fist. I don't know if you saw. Gal Gadot finally broke her silence on the Weird Imagine video she put out in March. You might remember it. It was with all her Hollywood friends, and they sang Imagine.
Do it.
And she said, this is what the world needs. And I don't think it was what the world needed,
No.
what with a pandemic going on. She said, sometimes, you try to do a good deed, and it's just not the right good deed. I had nothing but good intentions, and it came from the best place. And I just wanted to send light and love into the world. Thoughts?
It's so bad.
Can we be straight up? You ever seen Gal Gadot in an interview?
Yes.
You
Have
think
you?
she's weird?
Yeah.
She is weird. No, listen.
Like
she's,
robot-y or
no,
like-
no. Listen. Okay, she's extremely smart, a great actress, Wonder Woman, all of those things. But she's also a bit spacey, and it's not an insult. It's just she's very spiritual, she's not. So something like that would resonate with her. The rest of us, who at that time were going through this, they're all like hitting us up from LA where it's sunny and gorgeous and they got backyards. We're all stuck in condos and it's the middle of March and it's misery.
Like terrifying.
It doesn't translate. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She should have kept that on her phone. You know what I mean? Like that little video kept it on her phone.
Or ran it by anybody to say, not a good idea.
No, but she probably did, and they were like, incredible idea.
Yeah, they have no people.
Incredible idea.
The video came out March March 19th and was instantly the worst thing that has ever existed. There's a drive-through Christmas light festival in Markham coming next month. The Journey to Enchantment is going to feature over 1 million lights and span 1.5 kilometers through Angus Glen Golf Club.
Cool.
I like these ideas.
Yeah.
It's a super creative way to do things. There's even like Halloween drive-thrus. I know there's one in Milton. I believe there's one in North York as well.
Yeah.
And Niagara too.
And Niagara. Yeah, so they're all over. Much like the Halloween light displays happening this month, Markham will be home to a drive-through light festival that will make you feel cozy and
That's
Christmassy.
so nice. And there's so much bad happening in the world. You can just take a rip around, look at lights. That's so good. I love it.
That's what's trending. I'm TJ.
Thank you, TJ. So, how about $500 instantly? That might translate better than the Imagine video, don't you think?
Doubt it.
$500. All you have to do is text money and your name to 99999 right now, and we promise we will not sing for you. We'll just give you money. 7.
I'm at a party I don't want to be at. Like all the way through to your core. Am I a bad person?
And it's up to you. You are the jury at 99999 and 416-872-9999. This is going to bother you. Has to do with Thanksgiving and not showing up to your families, producer Jesse?
Fake name Katie wrote us saying, this Sunday I had Thanksgiving dinner with my family. It was me, my parents, my 2 siblings, my boyfriend. On Saturday, I had Friendsgiving dinner with my friends. It was 7 of us in total, a couple friends and a few partners. I had told my parents my plan of going to my 2 Thanksgivings beforehand, and they told me if I went to my Friendsgiving, don't bother coming to Thanksgiving on Sunday, because as my dad said, it's a pandemic, Caitlin Louise Geller. So what I did is I went to my Friendsgiving and didn't tell them. As far as they're concerned, I stayed in on Saturday night and watched Netflix. I've been a model citizen since March, and I think I deserve to break my bubble by like 3 people for Thanksgiving. What do you guys think?
That's a bad person.
That's a bad person. And I'm not Judge Judy when it comes to stipulations around COVID, but like you're just straight up lying. And those 3 people, quote unquote, are your parents and your sibling. Like it's not just any 3 people. Stop lying. No.
I hate that I'm going to do this.
You're not.
I hate that I'm going to say there's a chance she's not. I'm gonna say there's a chance she's not. This is a very, very hard thing to defend. However, if you go to the grocery store, you're breaking your bubble. If you go to Winners, you're breaking your bubble. If you are socially distanced, we don't know if you are socially distanced from these people, even if it's inside, technically speaking, you might be okay.
Stop it.
Technically speaking.
No.
Now, I'm not advocating this.
No.
I am not saying that she did the right thing.
Yeah.
I think her parents were absolutely correct. However, if you do socially distance, and she said she's been a model citizen since March.
No.
Guys,
no.
There's a hole in that argument. There is.
She is a bad person.
Yeah.
Not only, as Jax mentioned, does she lie to not just some people, but her parents. But she broke her bubble.
Yeah.
Okay, but you guys don't lie to your parents?
Also, well, yeah.
You lie to your parents all the time.
No, but I'm not the one on trial here.
That's right.
And on the advice of counsel, I will not agree that I lie to my parents.
Excellent, TJ. Excellent.
The problem here is she is just a microcosm of the bigger problem in that she says, well, I've been fine since March, so I deserve to break the rules, and that is the problem. You can't just break the rules because you think you've been good for a little while.
Also, Adam,
That's not how this works.
There's a huge difference between going to the grocery store and disobeying
the grocery store is way more dangerous.
Okay.
It is.
Okay. But that's like...
He's not wrong. The grocery store is
way more dangerous.
It's not the same. You're comparing 2 completely different things.
Right. One is more dangerous than the other.
Oh, my God. If we could touch each other, I'd push you. I would. I would.
I'd see that.
I know what your answer's going to be, but tell us what you think anyway. 99999 or 416-872-9999.
One drag off the your core. Am I a bad person?
Fair to say people are upset. Producer Jesse, please continue.
This weekend, Katie had her family's Thanksgiving on Sunday and her Friendsgiving on Saturday. And her parents told her, if you go to your Friendsgiving on Saturday, don't come to Thanksgiving on Sunday. So she decided to go to both and lie to her parents about attending the Friendsgiving.
Now, she has said she's been a model citizen otherwise.
Yes, yeah.
And you can understand why Jackson TJ would say bad person. Because that, right? However, if you are careful, technically speaking, and, socially distance, somebody's got to make the argument in this room. Is it not technically possible that things could be socially distanced inside at a table? Just asking the question.
Possible.
I just don't think that you should lie to the ones you love.
Well, that's fair.
It's also possible I could build a jetpack with a lot of the spray pens and pencil erasers within this building, but that's not going to happen either.
All right. What are the text messages saying, Teach?
From the 289, not bad. If the dad is that scared, he should not have had anyone over. Okay. The real problem is the media.
What?
Yeah, guys, it's our fault. We did it.
Guys, it's us. It's time we come clean.
I don't know about you guys, but every morning when I wake up, I think, I can't wait to create mass hysteria today.
Just want to play some Justin Bieber and create hysteria. Yeah.
Another text from the 647. Bad person. You don't know what your friends may or may not have. You are in close proximity with them with your mask off, sharing a meal. At the grocery store, at least you have to keep your mask on, which at least prevents some of the spread, so it's not the same thing.
You know, I have an issue with how these text messages are being read. I get crazy blame the media guy. You get reasonable person. I think I'm doing relatively well, actually, on these texts.
I'll give you a reasonable person.
Thank you.
From the 289. I hate the media.
What?
No, that's it.
What? No, it doesn't say it. Doesn't
this one actually from the 289. Totally not a bad person. Messages from public health are contradictory. You are allowed to shop, go to the mall, the grocery store with complete strangers, but not to have a meal with friends.
I think it all comes down to the fact that Adam supports lying and crime.
There's a bunch of text messages going, Adam, what's wrong with you? What do you mean, what's wrong with me? I didn't do anything.
Adam Wylde,
I haven't done anything.
Adam's actually Katie.
We've got Heather. Heather, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you? All right, Heather, is she a bad person?
Yeah. A bad person.
Yeah.
And I mean, here's my logic. I agree, Adam, grocery stores, danger. Everybody's, touching their mask and then touching their cell phone and then touching their face because nobody knows what they're doing.
Right.
But in a social situation where you're at somebody's house, you let your guard down. Masks come off.
Yeah,
you have a glass of wine. You're sitting there. You forget. You do. Because for once, and I get it, the mental health part of it, you want to feel normal.
Yeah,
cool. I get it. Like Little Miss fake Katie girl, but like... you lied to your mama, you went to a friend's house, just bad person, sorry.
Yeah, Adam, do you lie to your mother, Adam?
Yes. Okay. All the time.
We've witnessed him lie to his mother, Jax.
And so do you.
Hey, gotta go, Heather.
Anyone sit here and tell me you're not editing what you're saying to your parents.
I think there's a difference, though, between I'm going to be 10 minutes late and I didn't go anywhere yesterday.
I'm not sure if I contacted COVID. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's a bit different.
Okay, fair. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
Bye, Heather.
It's like a bad person. Virgin Mornings wants to know. All the way through to your core. Am I a bad person?
How do you defend an action that has no defense? I'm trying. Producer Jesse, please, the story.
Katie's parents told her if she went to her Friendsgiving on Saturday, she would be banned from her family's Thanksgiving on Sunday. So she just lied and went to both.
Like a liar.
Right now, obviously, Jax and TJ say bad person. You can understand why. It's readily available and apparent. However, a couple holes in the story. Number one, she says, I've been a model citizen since March, which is great, admirable, good for you. Doesn't mean that you should break it at all. However, if you've been an admirable citizen or you've been following the rules, that means that probably at the social gatherings, you are keeping your distance because you already have that in the back of your mind. That's my suggestion, and that is why I'm saying she's not a bad person. However,
just don't lie.
People are now blaming me.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you know what, Adam? I think this is all your fault.
What's wrong with you, Adam, has appeared more than once on the text messages.
Yeah. And not just today either. This is just a thing that
usual
happens.
thing.
I got one more text to read you from the 647. Not a bad person. Who hasn't lied to their parent before? Also, I'm adding myself to that I hate the media group.
We had a text message last break that somebody was like, well, I blame the media for this. Listen, we do get that a lot, surprisingly, and we are the media too. So it's kind of funny when you're telling us that you hate the media and you're like, anyway, listen.
We just want to read your blog to you and have fun.
We're just here to have a good time and debate Thanksgiving dinner. Now, producer Jesse has all the results. We've taken DMs, we've taken calls, and there were a lot of them, a lot of texts, a lot of passion.
Adam's wrong.
77% of people say bad person.
Yeah!
Look at that.
Now, this was a slam dunk. The fact that I got 23% to agree with me,
actually impressive.
That's a quarter of the people going, I can see that.
No.
I think that speaks more to how well you argue versus what you were arguing.
Yeah, true.
Thank you.
More hits. Next.
Get ready for more. And this is what's trending right now.
Dr. Teresa Tam says we don't need to cancel Halloween this year as long as we are good. Meaning as long as we're following the rules of the pandemic. Tim advised parents and kids to maintain physical distancing while trick-or-treating outside, to stick to prepackaged treats, and to have hand sanitizer readily available. She said that keeping some semblance of normalcy is super important for one's mental health, which is absolutely true. We got our first look at the iPhone 12 yesterday, and it looks really familiar. It looks more like the iPhone 5 with the more rigid edges.
Cool.
Remember that one?
Yeah.
They're also promising the phones are going to be super durable, 5G compatible, which is great news if you want jet fuel to melt steel beams and not wear a mask because the earth is flat. Also, Apple said that they won't come with the power adapter or headphones as part of its aim to have net zero carbon emissions across all product lines. But as producer Jesse said earlier this morning, they are still going to have the cord, just not like the power block thing to plug it into the wall. It's going to be available for pre-order October 16th.
You know what my wish is that they will give you a unique one for your hand size. I know that you have that problem too. Your hands are very big. I have very small hands, and I find that the iPhones are either too big or too small. I'm just saying, I'm putting it out there. Apple, next event, don't act like you don't have large hands, TJ.
I do, but
it's too.
We're not the norm, Jax. I have big hands. You have little hands. They're not gonna help us.
I didn't mean to interrupt, but I just had to say it's very frustrating.
Shawn Mendes announces that a documentary is coming out about, you guessed it, Shawn Mendes. It's called Wonder, and it's coming to Netflix November 23rd. It's going to be an intimate look at Mendes' life and journey filmed over the last few years, and it's going to feature a lot of footage from his 2019 self-titled World Tour. His new album, Wonder, is due out December 4th. That's going to be very interesting.
I can't wait for that.
Well, the thing with, Shawn, we don't know a lot about Shawn, let's be honest. Shawn's like, hey, I'm all about goodness and light, but it's like, where's the dark side of Shawn?
Yeah.
Now, if this documentary is all goodness and light, I'm going to be like, Shawn, you're hiding something.
I'll just want to learn about him. Like, does he like Lego?
I like anything. Anything.
Like, this is the room, my house I have dedicated to ceramic plates I collect around the world. You're like, that's okay.
He
now
has
we're
a tea set.
somewhere.
Wow,
Yeah,
you've got a cool tea set. No, Shawn is, like, I've met him before, interviewed him, really nice guy. Obviously, he's from Pickering, East End of the city rules. But the thing is that, like, you can tell that there's like a bit of a crafted image going on.
Yes, yeah.
And that's okay. Every celebrity has that. But I want to know a little bit more about Shawn.
Yeah.
Volney, you know?
Like, what do you play? Does he play video games? What games does he like? You know what I mean? Anything. Anything
that makes me feel good. Cool. Thanks, man.
Wow, TJ, thank you for adding to that. I appreciate it.
That's what's trending up, TJ.
Thank you, TJ. It's 99.9 Virgin Radio with Adam Wylde, TJ, and Jax.
Call me what you wanna.
Virgin Radio.
Best Halloween costume you ever had that was ruined by a jacket because your mom didn't want you to be cold.
Thanks a lot, Mom,
Yeah.
for putting my well-being first.
And your dad would take you out, maybe. And if your dad took you out, he was like, listen, if I'll let you take off the coat when you get around the corner. But if you get sick, I'm going to be in huge trouble. Don't do this to us. Yeah. Your dad was always kind of on your side.
Oh, yeah.
Now,
Sweet dads.
if your mom took you out, forget it. Coat's not coming off.
No.
416-872-9999. 999 to text. What coat was ruined? And our next caller was devastated.
Yeah.
Absolutely devastated that their mom did this to us. Tell us, go ahead.
Absolutely. It was Princess Jasmine.
Oh, no.
I mean, your belly would have been cold.
Yes, but I was totally willing to go for it.
Mom, I will risk the frostbite.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I may not do it now.
Yeah, but back then
At 8
you're...
years old, it was like the most horrible thing in the world.
Do you remember what your argument was to her? Do you remember what you said?
Well, my whole argument was I was allowed to wear it at school because we were allowed to wear your costumes back in the day to school, and it didn't matter what the costume looked like. And so if I could wear it to school, then why can't I wear it on Halloween?
Yeah.
It's a fair point.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm 8, I'm a woman, and I make my own decisions, Mom.
Absolutely.
Thanks for your call. Hey, TJ, go to the text here.
Yeah, from the 416. I was Tigger from Winnie the Pooh.
Oh, damn.
With a jacket and a hat, and I've never been so disappointed in my life. LOL.
What are you? I'm Columbia Sportswear. What are you?
Yeah, true.
Last one here from the 705. I actually had a costume that was improved by a snowsuit. In my grade 5, my mom made me a Sully costume from Monsters, Inc. It had a hood with horns and everything. It was a little too big, so the snowsuit helped me fill it out. It was by far my best Halloween.
That is so cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
All right, keep them coming. 416-872-9999. Or you can text them in too. 99999. It's Adam Wylde, TJ, and Jax on Virgin Radio.
Yeah. Adam Wylde, TJ and Jax.
On 99.9 Virgin Radio.
You had this amazing Halloween costume, but it was cold out and your mom said, no, you must wear a coat. And that wrecked your little day.
Yep.
And you never forgot about it. Now, we want to know what that costume was, when it was, how old were you, why was it important to you? 99999 or 416-872-9999. TJ?
From the 519, my name is Sierra, and I wore a Dot costume from the movie A Bug's Life.
Yeah.
And I looked so adorable. But it was raining, so my mom made me wear a coat.
Oh, no.
But I was a bug.
Snug as a bug.
What was yours, Jax? What was your big one?
So I wanted to be Sailor Moon, but I don't have the right hair color, so I was Sailor Mercury.
Oh.
And I had
She was number 2, right?
The round with the silver medal.
Number 3.
So I had my little dress on and my long boots, and I had to hide my midriff, my 7-year-old midriff, because I had to wear a coat. It was very cold. My mother was completely right, but I was I was mad.
TJ, what was yours?
When I was 7, wanted to be like a little SWAT cop. So it was like a jumpsuit, and it had the bulletproof vest that said SWAT on it, and the best part was it had a helmet with a really cool little face shield that would come down.
Oh, wow.
It was green.
Whoa.
Yeah, wow, indeed, until I had to not wear half the costume because it was cold. So I had to wear the jacket on top of the outfit itself. And then my favorite part was the helmet, and I couldn't even wear the helmet because it was so cold. I had to wear a toque.
Oh, my God. The worst.
And some say I've never forgiven my parents for it.
I feel like that's the issue between
that's
you two.
fair. Tax, man.
Another one from the 905. I was a tube of toothpaste. I had a lampshade on my head as the cap, and it looked really good, but my mom made me wear a coat so nobody could see that it said Crest. People kept asking if I was a lamp, and I was pissed. I wasn't a lamp.
Man, I wanted to be a mummy one Christmas because the movie The Mummy came out, and I thought it'd be kind of fun.
Yeah.
So wrap myself in toilet paper. I had long johns on under it,
yeah.
and then put little bugs on it. Remember, like the movie, they had those scare beetles or whatever. And of course, doesn't it rain? So you can't go outside with toilet paper in the rain. So I did wear a jacket, but by the time it was done, the toilet paper had melted off my legs. So it was just wet long johns.
What a mess.
And then the perfectly preserved costume on top, and people were like, what is this child? What is showing up at my door? Last one, Teach.
From the 416, the worst Halloween costume I ever had that was ruined by putting on a coat was when I was a pumpkin. It was a loosely sewn costume, but it was meant to have pillows stuffed in and around it. I wore it on a particularly cold Halloween. I believe there was flurries that night. I refused that the pillows be taken out of it, which would totally ruin the look. So my mom zipped up my jacket and stuffed the pumpkin suit, and I was soaked with sweat by the end of the night. But in my mind, I was the most fabulous pumpkin ever. It was worth it.
I want to say this. It's always funny because if you just leave the front of the jacket open, you can normally tell what it is.
Yeah.
But our moms are like, no, you're zipping up the damn jacket.
The cold and flu is going to get through that zipper, and we need to put it up.
99.9 Virgin Radio has your chance.
TJ and Jax.
On 99.9 Virgin Radio.
Your thoughts on Noodz?
Yep.
I think that sums it up pretty well.
Yeah.
I would say most people. What about your thoughts on this?
In these strange times, people are in need of extra comfort. That's why it's always a nice gesture to send nudes, so they know you're thinking of them. Nudes, I mean, not nudes. I'm talking about nudes.
Like noodles.
Yes, that's one of the cast members of SNL.
Both are delicious.
For Kraft Dinner, last Tuesday was National Noodle Day.
Yeah.
And so they wanted to send, during a pandemic, send some nudes, right? Well, this generated a firestorm online. You can imagine.
Stop it.
People got so upset.
Are you saying people got outraged about something that doesn't matter?
On the internet.
No
I can't
way.
believe it.
Never happens.
Color me shocked.
How dare you take Kraft Dinner family, wholesome Kraft Dinner, and turn it into something about nudes? Weird. Anyway, so Kraft Dinner has actually had to pull the campaign.
They didn't actually pull it, did they?
Well, no, they did. They did. And the best part about it is their extremely passive-aggressive Instagram response. Are you ready?
Love
Yes.
it.
It's delicious. For National Noodle Day last Tuesday, we encouraged adults to send free noodles to loved ones to provide comfort and make them smile. The social promotion resulted in 20,000 consumers across the country receiving boxes of your favorite Kraft mac and cheese. We sincerely appreciate and hear all of your feedback. The content will be removed from our channels.
Wait, hang on. Were they encouraging, it said send nudes to your family? Was that what
No, just send nudes to anyone.
to loved ones? Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was.
You
I
can
thought
love
that.
others.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I was like, now I see why people get upset. If it was just said it to your family. I'm like, okay, now I get it.
No, TJ.
All right.
No.
No, they were right. We were wrong.
Don't join them, TJ. It's friggin' Kraft Dinner, sweet buttery Kraft Dinner.
I have a thought on this, which is this is all a setup. Mm-hmm. Because I don't know about you, but I didn't know last Tuesday was National Noodle Day. I didn't hear that ad.
How could you forget?
I didn't see any of it.
Yeah.
But now we're talking about it because they've had to pull it.
And they've been smart with their marketing before.
Oh, yeah. I think there's something.
This story had it all. It had people getting fake outrage online,
Yeah.
and it had manipulation.
Yeah.
Love
and
it.
Sending your loved family members nudes.
What's trending?
And this is what's trending right now.
This is actually surprisingly good news. Toronto rents have dropped the most in Canada.
Wow. Yeah.
We're still number 2 in the country, but yay, Vancouver's still number 1. According to the latest national rent report, Toronto rents are down a whopping 14.1% from this time last year. The average price of a one-bedroom in the city is $1,967. Rent prices in the city had actually been declining for the first time in a really long time, dipping well below the high of $2,500 per month on average that tenants saw last fall. So, yes, we did it. Gal Gadot has finally broken her silence on that weird Imagine video from March. You might remember.
Imagine there's no heaven.
I hate it so much.
It's easy if you try.
No hell below us.
No.
Above us only sky. Imagine all the people.
Do we just keep going? Or?
Living for today.
Okay, that's enough.
They really thought it was a good idea. They were like, you know what? COVID is here, but we will take care of the world
This
with
video,
this song.
This video came out March 19th.
Yeah.
And instantly was the worst thing that has happened this year.
It's funny, though, because Gal Gadot may have been the one that kind of perpetuated this and got everybody on board, and I get it. You wonder if Wonder Woman calls, you answer that call.
Yeah.
But all 25 of these celebrities also thought it was a good idea. I don't think it's fair to just pin it on her.
And like people that
pin
you
it on.
love. I was just going to say, people that you love are in it. You're like, I thought you would do better than this.
Yeah.
And they didn't.
You talk about pinning it on someone. It's actually Kristen Wiig's fault because she did say part of her statement, sometimes, you try to do the good deed and it's just not the right good deed.
Yeah.
She went on to say, I started with a few friends and then I spoke to Kristen Wiig. And Kristen is like the mayor of Hollywood. Everyone loves her. So she brought in a bunch of people to the game. So if you want to be mad at somebody, be mad at Kristen Wiig.
Well, you can't.
I can't get mad at Kristen Wiig.
Yeah. See, it's the perfect crime.
Yeah, it's true.
There's a drive-through Christmas light festival happening in Markham next month. The Journey to Enchantment is what it's called. It's going to feature over 1 million lights and span 1.5 kilometers through the Angus Glen Golf Club. I love these ideas. It's a super creative way to still celebrate the holiday while doing so in a very safe way. I know for Halloween they have drive-thrus in North York and Milton, Niagara, kind of all over the place. So it's cool that they're doing this as well. And that's what's trending. I am TJ.
Thank you, TJ. Robin is going to take over at 10 o'clock. Sorry, 9 o'clock. And at 10 o'clock, she's going to have $500 instantly for you with the Virgin Radio Money Maker. All you have to do is text money and your name to 99999 right now to be entered.
Brand new Lamborghini, a cop car with a pistol.